And I'm Kelsey Paul.
And you're watching It's Today for WHIT Radio.org.
Well, good morning, Lazier Kitties. I am Kelsey Paul here for the It's Today show. And this will be the last show that I will be doing this school year. Unfortunately, Ida is not here at the moment, so I'm going to do the show solo, and she's going to do another show probably later on. But let's make this last show of the school year a happy one. And today's topic that I've decided to talk about is a very important topic. It's going to catch much of your attention, I'm sure, since you need one of these in order to survive. Everyone knows you need a job in order to survive. We have to be honest at this point in our teenage lives. We're not going to be teenagers forever, and you need a career to support yourself and your family. And most importantly, we are going to have to pay the dreaded word in the near future. Bills. We're going to have to pay the bills. So let's just put aside the financial necessities for a minute. You know, money's all good. But right now, if you're listening to this and you're a teenager and you want to know how to get a job, how to keep a job, and what do you do once you have a job, listen in on these key rules that I created over the weekend to help you get there. Okay, so I want you to focus on the simple essence of the satisfaction of obtaining any job in your teenage years. So even before you start taking job applications, maybe you want to get a job over the summer, even before you take any applications and fill them out and, you know, start applying for these jobs, think about your interests and write them down. I want you to make a list. List them in order of, you know, your top interest to maybe something that you maybe want to explore. By doing this, you can start to research some jobs that may even you never knew about that you might want to try and do even when you're a teenager. Maybe if you like culinary arts, maybe you want to go into the restaurant field, become a waiter, or maybe do, you know, start small, go up, you know. Or if you want to go into the medical field, maybe you want to call up some dentists and, you know, just say, I'm out there, you know, I'm here. If you want to hire me, I'm available to do anything. I know my mom, when she was in high school, she says this story all the time. She was really looking for a job, and she was interested in the dentist field at the time, not anymore, but she called up a few dentists, and, you know, they were impressed by, you know, her calling up, just being interested, that they gave her a job. And, you know, she kept that job for 3 years until, you know, she was ready to move on. So now after you write down your interests, you have to search around your town and perhaps a neighboring town and look at jobs readily accessible to you. Do you want to walk there and back? Do you want to take a bus, drive a car? You know, you have to figure out the best job for you at the current time. So now you're searching for a job, you have an idea on what you want to do, and you pursue the search for the dream job. This is crucial. You need to take the initiative and call people that are not hiring. I mean, if they're hiring, that's great. You know, you put yourself out there, you say, I'm ready to be hired. You know, you take your job applications. But even if they're not hiring, maybe just asking, maybe they have a job for you, or maybe they can figure out something, because if they see something in you, then maybe you will get hired. Okay, so now after selecting a few applications, you look at your school schedule and your after-school activities. I mean, during the summer, you kind of have more free time, but maybe you want to keep this job after the summer, and then you would have to look at your school schedule. Are you going to give up an activity to get a job? Or are you going to try and work between a certain number of hours? That's up to you. And you have to see which employers are willing to figure out a schedule with you so you can come in and work. Okay, so apply to many jobs don't apply to just one and focus on just one job. Try to branch out. You know, if they seem interested in hiring you, apply to it. You never know. So if you have no responses after about a week or two of applying, call back. This is important. Call back and see what's going on. So you know whether to wait a little bit more to see if they want to hire you or if it's time to move on and apply to another job. If you don't succeed in finding work right away, do not get discouraged. Try again. If you do, congrats, and you are now a member of the workforce. Okay. So, let's say you have a job right now. How do you keep it? And the following that I'm about to say, these set-in-stone rules that I believe are very important in how to keep a job, may seem like common sense, but in reality, so many people break these rules all the time and they find themselves out of a job. Okay. Number 1, get there on time. Never be late. Your employer takes notice in attendance as well as performance. If you are tardy because of an emergency, you need to call ahead and apologize for the inconvenience. Remember, you need them, and most of the time there are plenty of responsible people available to take your place. So if you really want the job, make sure you show interest and show up on time. So you show up on time. Now, number 2, you need to know your job well, inside and out, and excel at it. They want a person that's superior. They don't want the average Joe. If you're a waiter, you're not going to be like all just, quiet and very not caring about the customers. You want to excel at it. Maybe you talk to a few customers. You draw customers in. That's what they want, Okay. So you feel more satisfied when you become an expert in your field. You will also look for a valued employee, and that's more special. So employers are looking for not the average Joe, once again, a special individual that is willing to work and excel at their job. And hopefully you are the latter. If you're a lazy person, I hope you become not lazy. Okay. So how do you keep a job? And what do you do with the moolah after you get it, the paycheck? Now, there's 3 possible areas where your money should go. I will call these 3 the 3 little piggies because, it's like the 3 little piggies and yeah. It's a story if you guys know what I'm talking about. Get the pun, like the 3, okay. Oh, the fun of these corny jokes. I know you guys are going to miss them during the summer. Okay, as I was saying, we have the 3 little piggy bank rule. The first piggy bank is for saving. Saving is so important. It should be also your most full piggy bank. 50 to 60% of your paycheck should go here. If you have a saving account at a bank, you should definitely put the savings in there in order to earn as much interest as possible. Save for the future. Save for a rainy day. Save for college tuition, for marriage, for an apartment, for a car. Whatever you might need in your young adulthood. This way, you will have the money to back you up just in case that rainy day comes. Okay, so we're on to the second piggy. The second piggy bank should be for family support and giving to others. I think this is crucial and important and very close and dear to my heart. Maybe buy a bag of groceries for your folks, or offer to pay for a car wash, or pay for a dinner one night. This percentage is completely up to you. If you feel like your family refuses to take your money, maybe you want to look to giving your money to a charity instead. Remember, giving any amount to charity is quite a lot. If you feel your addition appears insignificant, you are wrong. Anything can help. I believe this is incredibly important. You can take all the money from the paycheck, go out and splurge, But at the end of the day, what's going to make you happy? Giving to other people. Maybe you want to help out your family. Maybe give them a little snippet of your paycheck. I know my family would probably say, no, it's okay. Don't give that to us. Maybe buy them a gift instead. That really, helps. Okay, the third piggy bank is the most fun out of all three. It's to splurge a little, right? You want to spend some money on yourself. But the money in it should be kept to a bare minimum. You cannot take 100% of your paycheck and go out, buy the iPod, buy the new pair of jeans, buy the new, hip pair of headphones or whatever. You have a little bit of money for personal enjoyment. Maybe you want to go and splurge every other week and go to the movies with some friends or buy that pretty pair of sandals. You can crack open the third piggy bank and you can take out that money, but use with caution. And do not get carried away with spending. I would suggest keeping your total weekly enjoyment money to about $15 to $20, and that is it. Do not splurge. Maybe if you want to buy something bigger, save it up over a few weeks, and this way you can get that iPod at the end of 2 months instead of, getting the whole paycheck and paying for that iPod. It's not the smartest way to spend your money to do that. Okay, I leave you with this advice for the summer. Love the job you do. Getting money is only the underlying reward. The true reward is enjoying your job. Also, even if you are working during the summer and your friends are out and about, hanging around with no intention of getting a job, remember, those who have the money in their pocket will have a more, enjoyable satisfaction of having that money. You know what I mean? Because, you can hang out, you can have your fun, but at the end of the day, you have to be practical and realistic, and, a pretty penny in your pocket does not hurt anyone. And you can save for that rainy day. But do not let others take advantage of you. Never give your money to people who are hungry for it, but never put in the work for your money. Maybe your friend doesn't have a job and has no intention of getting a job, but asks you all the time, can I have some money? Can I have this? Can I have that? Maybe the first time you say, sure, here you go. But if they are continuously hounding you for money, maybe you want to draw it back a little bit and say, this person is taking advantage of me, I don't like it, and you tell them straight up how you feel. Save, give to those who need it, and don't be ashamed to participate in an occasional indulgence. You may not be Trump or the Kardashians or a billionaire with enough money to fan themselves, but with enough work, you can surely become a contender. But always remember that money never replaces happiness. Never. Money can't buy happiness. Sure, the shiny Lamborghini in the future might give you some personal satisfaction for a few days, but is the Lamborghini going to give you a hug or talk with you or care about you? I don't think so. You can't build love with an inanimate object. For one, that's really sad, and secondly, it's not mentally stable. On that really odd note, since we always end on a rather odd note, I just want to say a much appreciated thank you to all of our viewers, to Mr. P and Mr. DePiero. Thank you.
Very much, Kelsey.
I've had a blast talking on WHIT radio the latter half of the school year, and I have come to enjoy it very, very much. I signed up for Broadcasting 3, and I'm really looking forward to try and experiment more and more on shows. And it just shows that Mr. P and Mr. DePiero, they work so hard to allow us students to come in here and do a show, so I really do want to thank you for doing that all year.
It's a pleasure working with you, Kelsey. You're excellent.
Thank you. It's
Looking
a
forward to
pleasure, too.
next year and the year after.
Yes. So, it has really given me a chance, this show, to come out of my shell and entertain people. I'm a quiet person, yes, but I really do love to talk. And I love to communicate the message to other people. I like to entertain people and, make them smile throughout the day. Our weird stories, maybe they're reaching someone out there and making them smile. That's what I want to do. And that's what I really feel like I want to do for the rest of my life. So I'm really, I'm really looking forward to next year and maybe a possible career. So I really do enjoy speaking here every week, and I hope you like listening to it as much as the students here at High Tech like doing these shows for you. I hope to talk to you here next year. To many more shows in the future. Signing off, I am Kelsey Paul on WHIT Radio. Bye, Laser Kitties.